general comment, and then we get questions or players.
Sure.
You want water?
No, I'm good.
Okay. You guys need some water?
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Really proud of our team tonight defensively in the second half. They played outstanding defense and stimulated in our offense. We got some deflections, some steals, some rebounds, and we were able to push the ball in transition. And I thought our guys played very, very hard tonight.
Okay, questions? First for the players, front row.
Sorry. What can you guys say just about the development of this team defensively over the last couple months here? And are you playing where you want to be playing at the right time defensively specifically?
Early in the season, that was one of our struggles, and we came together, coaches and players, and made it try to be one of our focal points to improve on. Today, I think we did a really good job to be able to win a tournament like the ACC tournament. You definitely got to come together with some stops, so we definitely have been prioritizing that.
Yeah, we knew what the goal was going into the tournament, so we knew that we had to make sure that every possession matters when it came to rebounding, defense, knowing the scouts. So we did a good job with this game of doing those key.
Specifically when it comes to Syracuse with Starling and Lampkin, was there a specific focus around a couple of guys and how you had to key in on them? Was there anything specifically you did with any of their top players?
So for the players? Players first, please.
Is there anything you guys keyed in on when it came to Starling and Lampkin and just maybe their star guys? Like how do you defend them specifically?
Our coaches came up with a pretty good game plan. We know offensively those two guys are how they get going. So we definitely had a major focus on both of them. But we ultimately just did what we had to do to get some stops as a team and got the job done.
Oh, yeah, this could be for either one of the players. Did you feel like you guys wore them down with your defensive pressure in the second half? Like, what just worked well for you guys defensively in the second half?
Oh, definitely. I feel like we were a lot more aggressive in the gaps, especially when they're getting to the rim. We made sure to have always a hand in their face when they're contesting the shots, and we did a great job of defensive rebounding and pushing the floor, getting them tired.
We were also aware that they had a game yesterday, and I think in the second half we went up 10, and the guys kind of huddled up and just said, this is the time to put the foot on the gas. And keep it that way, and we ended up running away with it at the end.
Other question for the players? Okay, guys. Oh, we want front row.
Can I just get your guys' early thoughts on playing Clemson tomorrow and what you remember from that game?
We know they're a really good team. We're going to come in probably tomorrow morning. Coach is going to draw up a great game plan. We're going to get some rest throughout the day and come ready to play.
Yeah, we played them before with one of our guys sitting down, and it was still a close game. So I feel like going to this game, we know what we need to work on. We know the things that we need to fix. And now having a point guard back, it's going to be a different ball game, a game that we see coming to our side.
Anyone else for Chuck Keehan? Okay, guys, thanks. See you tomorrow. You head back to the locker room.
Thanks, guys.
Good job. The SMU locker room will be open until 12:25. Questions for Coach? Start front row.
Yeah, Coach Aiden Stepanski from the Daily Orange. Eddie Lampkin's just really been the driving force for Syracuse over the last month. How did you kind of emphasize to your team, stopping him to stop Syracuse in total?
Well, he only got 2 shot attempts tonight because we double-teamed every time he touched the ball. He's had an outstanding second half of the ACC season. He's a very good player, and we certainly respect him. And so we try to get the ball out of his hands, make him pass it. If we forced on our double teams, I thought we did a great job of forcing some turnovers, deflections. We got a few steals on tip balls, and just tried to prevent him from getting a lot of shot attempts.
Front row.
Zach Wolf with the Daily Orange. Similar question along the same lines. Like, what did you do in terms of trying to limit J.J. Starling in terms of his ability to just drive the ball? Like, was it trying to keep him out of the lane, or what did you do specifically in terms of your game plan there?
He's really hard to guard one person. He's terrific downhill driver, very fast. He made 3 threes tonight, and that's usually not the strength of his game, but he was really good. at the end, we just had to guard him for 40 minutes with our team. It's hard to guard him one-on-one, so we just tried to give as much help as we could. Sometimes when he got in the lane, we had to switch late just to challenge every shot he took.
To the right aisle.
Mike Waters with Syracuse Post-Standard. Andy, in the second half, the defense was pretty good all night long, but really in the second half, it seemed really shut them down. Did you change anything at halftime?
We didn't change anything. We were disappointed. We took a 9-point lead, and then we made 2 defensive mistakes. It allowed them to get 2 threes right before halftime, and our guys were upset about that. They knew they made some mistakes, so they came out. It was on them. Coaches can only try to put them in position with game planning and some play calls, but they did a tremendous job of playing together and very, very hard to start that second half and got us out to that lead.
Front row.
Yeah, Coach, going back to guarding Eddie, what did you just see from your bigs kind of bringing that intensity to match Eddie's, and how important is that for your team going forward in this tournament?
Yeah, well, we have to we've been a very good team in the paint this year. We're not a high-volume three-point shooting team. We're a very good three-point shooting percentage-wise, but we score a lot of points in the paint, and that was one of our goals to try to outscore them in the paint tonight. And if you do that, you have to stop Eddie Lampkin and at least limit his touches, limit his chances around the rim. And he had 2 shot attempts tonight, and then we had 30 points in the paint, so we did our job.
Front left.
Hi, Coach. So Matt left the game for a little bit. I saw he came back, but any update on him? Do you expect him to be fine for tomorrow?
I hope so. I hope so. He sat out 1 game earlier this year with a injury. So we've had a lot of injuries. Boopy was out for 5 games. Samet 1. Matt was out for a few. So this is the time of year you need to be healthy. We're hoping for the best.
Other questions for Coach? Front row again.
And then similar question that I asked the players, just preparing for Clemson, what do you see going into that game, and how do you kind of keep them even-keeled going into a tough opponent like that?
They've had an outstanding season. To be 18-2 in the league and not win the league is really amazing too. But they deserve their ranking nationally. They're very experienced, very physical. And we didn't have Boopy when we played them at home, so hopefully that'll make a little bit of difference with our speed and playmaking. But we have to come out and play outstanding defense all night for 40 minutes to have a chance to beat them.
Do you feel like in the second half that the fact that Syracuse played yesterday really played a factor? Like, how much did that play into the game, do you think?
I mean, when I was in college, I could play every night, so I don't know. I mean, I thought we just played really well in the second half. We used our whole bench, so we tried to stay fresh, and that was the goal, to try to have a great second half. But we played a lot of guys tonight and used our bench.
Back of the room.
Stephen Arthur, Virginia Tech Television. Coach, like you said, Boopy Miller's been out for a little bit towards the end of the regular season, played a few games at the end of the regular season. What kind of expectations do you have for him going into Clemson tomorrow?
Well, he needs to play well. We're 21-6. What's our record? 23-9 right now. So we're 21-6 with him and 2-3 without him. So that shows you how important it is to have him on the court. He's leads us in scoring and assists, and he's our point guard. So when you lose someone like that at the crucial part of the season like we did, it really affected our team. And we still battled, won a couple games, but we lost some games that probably would have gone a different direction if we would have had him.
Anyone else? Okay, thanks, Coach. See you
Thank
tomorrow.
you.
SMU locker room open until 12:25.